When you were on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks ago, you dropped the bombshell that Peggy and Jim had actually dated. Peggy, when did you date Jim?
I met Jim in my 20s, and we really hung out in the same circles. It was like, you know, groups of people partying together, and we went Harley riding, and that was really the extent of it. I wouldn't really call it a dating. It was more like, yeah, we're probably better off as friends, so.
It was like hooking up?
It was very casual.
It was 15 years ago that this happened.
Okay, all right. When did Jim tell you?
Like 2 months before Peggy got the show, or a month, or...
She wanted to do Jim never told her that we had hung out, and
I thought you had no secrets.
They shouldn't in their
Tamara, we said in our beginning of our relationship, we don't talk about the past. We don't talk about exes. We don't want to know. We don't need to know each other's past. We've been together 7 years, and that's when the chapter of our life started. So.
When I first met Alexis, I went up to Jim and I said, does Alexis know that we hung out? And he goes, no, and she never will. Then like 6 months later, I said it again. And then a year later, same thing. I said, we're still hanging out. We're becoming good friends. Don't you think you should tell her? And he goes, no, and you don't dare ever tell her. I'm like, okay.
When did you tell Micah that you and Jim dated?
Micah knows everything about me. We don't lie to each other or keep secrets from each other. You know, he always told me everything, and I told him everything.
And Jim tells me everything, and we went to therapy for 6 months.
He dated
I understand that.
Tell you he dated.
I understand that. But that doesn't mean that just because he makes one mistake, that he has 1,000 other mistakes. I know so much about the man that I know.
So is your husband now lying to you if he's saying to her,
yeah, so you should be worried about what else he's lying about.
No.
Do you see what I'm saying? That your husband goes to your friend and says,
don't tell.
Don't tell about our past?
But you know what needed to happen is she needed to say, I'm sorry, Jim, I'm gonna go tell Alexis because she's my good girlfriend.
It was Jim's responsibility.
It was Jim's responsibility. It's not my place to tell you what you and your husband, that's between you and your husband, what he did.
It is your place, though, Peggy, because Jim's not your loyalty. Your loyalty's to me.
She was honoring your marriage. She did what she
Why is your
asked her to
girlfriend
do.
more responsible than your husband?
Jim's heart was being sincere in the fact that he knew that Peggy and I were good friends, and he didn't want to...
We weren't friends yet, we had just met, and I said to him...
well, I don't know about that, but when it was later, I guess, I thought that you asked him...
I had done it 3 different times.
Okay, well, that's something that, I mean, however many times you asked him, it doesn't matter. You should have still come to me and said, I'm sorry that your husband's telling me this, I might cause a risk, but this...
Jim should have gone to you.
I understand, but Jim's not here, you guys.
But Jim's not here.
I'm not going to sit and talk up for my husband. He's not here to say why he didn't do it. I've already hashed it out with my husband.
He doesn't want you to know.
No, but I'm saying, so but you blame her in that and not your husband.
No. I couldn't stare at my friend and be friends with her and have these powwows and talk about postpartum and talk about,
You're blaming the wrong person.
Fights.
Don't blame her.
But she should have come to me when we started getting close and told me.
Not my place, sweetie. Not my place.
I understand that you don't think it is, but if you can look me in the eyes every day and not tell me.
Okay, first of all, it's none of your business. Do you understand me? Stay out of my life. Stay out of my life. Every time I turn around, you're going to the press.
Stand by me?